All right, this is absolutely crazy. We've got 12 active duty military people, along with 200 illegals were arrested. The military was doing security at an illegal nightclub in Colorado Springs. Drugs and guns and paraphernalia were found, and so much more. This is absolutely crazy. Let's get right into it.
So, good morning. John Pullen with DEA and the Rocky Mountain Division. We're here on the scene of an underground nightclub where over 300 federal law enforcement, along with our local partners from El Paso County and Colorado Springs PD, executed an enforcement operation this morning. It's a drug investigation. We seized quite a number of guns and took a number of people into custody. I think what I'd like for people to know as a result of this operation is that Colorado Springs is waking up to a safer community today.
Jonathan, give us some perspective here. 300 law enforcement officers. What brought about this kind of requirement, this kind of need
300 law enforcement agents? That is crazy.
to be here with that show of force?
So this is an underground illegal nightclub, okay? And what was happening inside was significant drug trafficking, prostitution, crimes of violence. We seized a number of guns in there. We had active duty service members who were running security at the club and involved in some of these crimes. And in fact, we had over 100 illegal aliens inside as well. And those over 100 illegal aliens were taken into custody by ICE.
That is absolutely bonkers. So if you don't know, Colorado Springs is probably the biggest military town in Colorado. There's an Air Force base down there. There's a couple other military bases as well. How the heck did these guys get involved with illegals in a drug crime ring? Like, that is crazy. You're in the military. You're here to protect and serve us. What the hell are you doing in an illegal nightclub? You didn't think you were going to get caught? Come on now.
Active duty service members helping as security here. Can you elaborate on that at all?
So it's an ongoing investigation, but we had over a dozen active duty service members in the club tonight, either as patrons or working as armed security.
How many of those were detained and what are they facing right now?
So Army CID was one of our partners out here, and they're going to work with us on what the next steps for those active duty service members looks like.
You mentioned that this is a drug trafficking operation. Can you elaborate on any drugs you found, the amount, any charges you anticipate that could come out of tonight?
So as you may suspect, when the cops showed up at the door, most of the drugs hit the floor. And we did find cocaine. It looks like some pink cocaine or the Tusi. And there was a little bit of other drugs, but we haven't had time to test everything. But there were dozens of small packages of drugs that they've recovered so far that I have personally seen.
How we got so fast in this location?
This has been a long-term investigation by DEA and a number of our federal partners. And so we've been working on this underground nightclub for a number of months, doing undercover, surveillance, a lot of other work to identify what's going on here. And again, months-long information about drug trafficking and prostitution happening inside.
If they've been looking at that place and scoping it out for that long, there's going to be more than 12 military people that go down. Guarantee there's more. There's going to be a lot more people. This is going to break the internet. This is going to be national news here in a couple days once everybody sees all the people that were involved in this.
Scenes from a DEA ICE raid in Colorado Springs over the weekend where over 100 illegal immigrants were arrested at an illegal nightclub that also included weapons and drugs. Just a few days earlier, Governor Jared Polis was literally raising the Mexican flag to fly high over our sanctuary state. Unbelievable.
Jared Polis is one of the worst governors in the United States, if not the worst governor in the United States. He's absolutely terrible. And as you see here, he cares about people from other countries more than he cares about the people from Colorado, American citizens. What the heck is going on?
Okay, we heard about the 12 individuals, active duty service member that was arrested by ICE in Colorado. Active duty, number one, you must get permission to work outside your military duties, and you must be granted permission to do so. Then we got to look at the bigger picture. What MOSs did those 12 individuals have? Did they work in S1 personnel, S2 intelligence, S3 operations, S4 logistics? Then you talk about armory. Now, when you talk about armory, you talking about somebody have access to, they have forms to fill out for weapons, night vision goggles. A supply sergeant can manipulate the forms and order extra parts for that. So this is going to be much bigger than what we think it's going to be. It's not going to be just 12. Then the thing about it is, those staff sergeants, squad leaders, platoon sergeants, platoon leaders, company commanders, they all going to be on the carpet tomorrow morning explaining why they did not know where their soldier was working after hours. This is going to be crazy. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to expand bigger. Then you got to look at it too. Who had knowledge? And talking about the 12 that was captured, think about the ones that probably didn't show up for work. So it's going to get bigger. And I'm going to tell you, with that blotter report, it's going to be some head rolling. And I'm going to tell you, they deserve every bit what they get, because they should not have been supporting a known terrorist organization. It's a sad day in the military, but we're going to make it right.
Yeah, well, somebody better do something. And Jared Polis better not ease up on this, man. But I have a feeling that he's going to figure out a way to try to get some people off. And, who knows? If these people get deported, we'll probably have some people from the Senate that are Democrats that want to fly them back because they care about these other people more than they care about us. How is this happening? An illegal nightclub. Now, I've heard of dirty cops, and we've all heard of dirty cops being involved with terrible things in neighborhoods and doing drug deals and being involved with all the same sort of stuff, but not the military. I have never heard, I'm not saying it's never happened before, but I've just never heard of active military people, soldiers, whatever they're labeled as, in the military, active duty, working with illegals, doing security and who knows what else. Like, this is ridiculous. Colorado is getting out of control. This is what I'm saying. Why Jared Polis is such a bad governor. But thank God for the DEA and for all these hardworking individuals. 300 officers came there and shut the place down. We need to get every single place that's like this in this state taken down, because we don't need any more drugs. You can go to any major city and you can purchase weed legally. There's liquor stores on every corner. What the hell else do people need? We don't need any of these drugs running through our cities and all this crazy amount of crime. Colorado's fifth in the nation now because of the bad policies from Jared Polis. We got to do something better than what we're doing now. But now Colorado's going to be on national news because active military members are working for illegals. You've got to be kidding me. This is nuts. This is absolutely bonkers. You guys drop a comment, let me know your thoughts down below. Have you heard about this yet? How do we fix this problem from happening more? And how big is this case going to really get once they really figure out all of the people that are involved? I have a feeling this is going to get crazy once they really blow the lid off of this thing. So, you guys subscribe on your way out. You're watching the Unexplained Outlook. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.